So this car behind me is my 1978 Camaro. Right now it's got a 383 stroker in it. I'm going to be starting a LS swap in it, doing a turbo build. So this is going to be the first part to probably quite a few. Never done an LS swap before, so I'm going to be learning quite a bit as we go and trying to share any tips and tricks I learned. So yeah, right now it's got a 383 conventional small block in it. I originally built this engine to boost it, but when I started doing the math and adding up all the prices, and it should come out to be about the same for me to turbo LS, just because blow through carbs are really expensive and you got to get timing management. I could probably do a carb for pretty cheap, but it just sounds like a bunch of headaches, and I drive this car a lot. I put like 4,000 miles on it last summer, so I want something that's going to be reliable, easy to tune, and that's overall just pretty fun. So I'm going to be doing sort of a sloppy LS build, but I want some things to be nice on it, so I'll probably keep track of all the stuff I buy as well, share prices. So if you're interested in that, that's going to be what's coming. So it should be pretty fun. A little bit about the car. It's got a 700 R4 transmission in it. Normally these Camaros have a turbo 350, so it's only a 3-speed. I put a 700 R4 in it because I have a 390 rear gear and it didn't like the highway, so I have an overdrive now. That being said, I had this transmission built by a buddy. He didn't really build it for any crazy power, so we're gonna see if it holds up. I'm hoping for, if I get 600 wheel horsepower, I'd be pretty happy with it. Really, I just want to have fun, so that's the main thing. So I've had this car for about 6 years now. It's come a long way since then. If I can figure out how to put a picture in this video, I'll post a picture of the car when I first got it. It was a primer white for a couple of years, and then I did a shitty garage paint job on it for a little while I was in college, because it was actually an apartment garage. And then when I moved here a couple of years ago, I ended up painting it this purple color. I did this here in this garage. I don't have any videos on that, but it turned out really nice. It's a really cool flake purple. Paint came out great. I'm pretty happy with it. So that's maybe something I'd like to do in the future too, is paint another car, but we'll see. So this video here is going to be the tear down on my LS. It's over here against my wall. I'm going to tear all the stuff off it. It's pretty oily, and then hit it with a pressure washer, clean it up. And then once that's done, I'm going to start taking apart this small block and then getting it ready to rip out of there. So I guess we'll just see how it goes. All right, so I got the engine tore down, at least enough to clean it up. Ran into a few problems. Just wanted to share. Of course, the exhaust manifold bolts. These were already broken, and they had some weird brackets bolted in the head to hold the manifold on. So I think this was a problem somebody else faced a while back. So there were basically 3 bolts on each side that I had to take out, hit it with an impact, came right out. So I'm gonna have to get, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 strip bolts out of this side, and I think there's 3 on the other. Oh, maybe only 2 over here. Yep, it's just this one here, and then this one's broken. And then also, this transmission bolt is also broken. So I have to be getting some bolts out. The other thing was this radiator fan right here. There's supposed to be a tool for this. I've seen people use straps. I was trying to research it last night, trying to find out what the best way to get this off is. Some people will wrap a strap around it, duct tape it, and then bolt it to the block. So when they spin the engine, this can't go anywhere. What I did is I just snuck an Allen wrench in the back here, one that I didn't care about because I obviously bent it. Snuck it through the back here into one of the holes, and I let it come around, and it looks like it got stopped on the bottom of the water pump. And then it broke free actually really easy after that, so it wasn't too bad. So now I'm going to plug all the holes, tape them up, exhaust too, and I'm going to hit it with a pressure washer. I probably won't show you guys that because it's not that exciting, but I just hate dealing with dirty engines, especially just like if you plan on working on it a lot, it makes sense to just clean it up. And then that way too, later on, if I have any leaks when I put this back together, I know. So it's because it's definitely gonna have to get a new oil pan, probably replace all the valve cover gaskets and stuff. I'm gonna do valve springs in it. Haven't decided if I'm gonna do head gaskets. I might do that just so I don't blow a head gasket when I start boosting it. We'll see. So I'm gonna pressure wash this thing, and I'll show you when I'm done. I lied about being ready to power wash it. Might as well take the water pump off while I'm here. That way I can clean the front of the block real good. Looks like the timing seal was leaking pretty bad. So I'll do that. Tape everything up, and then maybe take it on for power wash. I don't know. We'll see.
Alright, so I just did some power washing on it. Of course I got water everywhere. What sucks is my driveway is really sloped, so I can't pull this out in the driveway to do it, because then I struggle to get it back. So I'm gonna take some time, do some cleaning, pull all the rags out of it already. I am a little worried I got some water in the cylinders just because the rags were, a little damp, but realistically it's probably not a big deal. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the spark plugs out. I'm going to spray WD-40 in each of the cylinders, rotate it. That way just keep the cylinders, if they did get a little moisture in it, kind of push that moisture out. So I'm going to do that next. Didn't clean as well as I was hoping. You can tell it was starting to take off quite a bit of this, but a lot of these parts I'm going to take off. And so when I have them off, I'll be able to clean them better, like this timing cover. And the valve covers, I'll take those off. So it at least got a lot of the big junk off it, so I won't have to worry about doing that later. So now it's just cleaning. It's gonna be boring, so I'm not gonna film that.
So a little change of plans here. I was gonna start tearing this apart, but realized I only bought one storage tote to put parts into, and this engine is still great, so I want to keep all the parts, keep them organized. So I need to get another one before I want to even tear that off, or tear any of it off. And it actually runs just fine right now, and there's no point in pulling that out until that engine's even ready to go in. So I might as well just start getting parts for the LS over here. Need an oil pan, gonna need all new seals. I want to do valve springs on it. Do some other little stuff. I want to make an oil catch can. So I had quite a bit of oil in the intake already, so it's only going to get worse when I boost it. So I'm not sure if this is going to be a full video or if I'm going to wait until I get more parts. Kind of depends on how much film I got. So we'll see what I do next, because I don't really know at this point.